Rhythm and Tunes Piano School, and I'm hoping you can hear me, which is always a good thing. And oh, I don't even know if I've started. It's Jo from Rhythm and Tunes Piano School, just in case I started before I started. And I am here in the studio, just got a couple of hours break in between classes, and just thought I'd pop on here and talk about a couple of things that I am celebrating, I guess. I had a couple of students in on Saturday morning, and there was, just some things that happened in class that I thought you might find interesting. I am always amazed at the level of creativity that students show, and the level of really creative understanding of music theory that they demonstrate as well at the keyboard. So we don't do a lot of theory worksheets as such. We do a lot of our theory work at the keyboard on the instrument, and I just find that when people can see the theory on the instrument, then it tends to make a lot more sense to them. So the first little episode or incident, or it's not really an incident or an episode actually, first example of what I wanted to show you, talk about, was a girl who's been coming for a few years now, and she has been through the reading programs of the methodology we teach here, and so she's reading beautifully, she's memorizing sheet music, she's decoding and memorizing sheet music, and she's at a stage where she can start transposing some of the songs that we have learnt over the years. And so her project for the week was to transpose one of her pieces from the key of C into the key of G major. And so she came in and she played that really beautifully in the key of G, looking at the music and using the particular strategy that we've been unfolding over the last couple of months in terms of understanding how to easily transpose a piece of music into any key, really. So she could have put that key into A flat major or a G flat major. We just started with one sharp just to get the process right, but she wouldn't have any problem putting it into any key now, because it's the same pattern and the same process and strategy that she would use no matter what key she wanted to put it into. So that's always really exciting when we get to that stage. And then the other student that came in on Saturday morning, he had been set a project. I've spoken about this before. I will quite often set a project to get them to go and explore their playlist and mix and match the right hand of their pieces and see what it sounds like with the left hand of another piece. And sometimes it doesn't work, but most of the time they will find a combination that does work, and they'll come in with a completely new idea or new arrangement of a particular piece of music. And so I had set him a project of putting like a blues boogie bass in the left hand. I might just show you quickly, and the right hand of a piece of music called Alma Mater Blues, so by Neil Moore, and it sounds a little bit like this. So he came in and he had put that combination together using some of his own rhythmic variations through it, which sounded fabulous. And he did that a couple of weeks ago for me. And then on Saturday he's come in and he has done something completely different, like a completely different combination, but it was off the back of the idea that I'd given him, or the framework that I had given him. And so I thought what I might do actually is play this for you, because it's just fabulous what he's done, and hopefully you'll be able to hear that okay. It only goes for a little while. little snippet. I've posted the full arrangement of his underneath this post. You'll see it underneath this post. Yeah, it's just really, really exciting to see him come up with his own ideas. And I was having a coffee with my husband after I finished that block of teaching on Saturday, and we were just talking about this process, and he's a high school teacher, and I said, well, what's the technical educational term for this? Because I knew there was definitely a process that the process we were following was would have had a fancy name. He quite often helps me out with the fancy names. And he said to me, well, it sounds like metacognition to me. So there you go. I thought I would share with you the definition of metacognition today. It is actually a key component in the Australian curriculum. And metacognition means, if I can find it for you, because I know you are super keen and interested to know what this means, reflecting on thinking. Oh gosh, I've lost it. Hang on a second. So reflecting on thinking and processes. Students think about thinking, which is the metacognition part of it, reflect on actions and processes, and transfer knowledge into new contexts to create alternatives or open up possibilities, which is certainly what we did in this situation, which is what we do all the time every week in almost every class. Thinking about thinking and reflecting on the processes and transferring knowledge into new contexts. So there you go. There is a technical fancy word for what we do in class every week. I knew it was fabulous. I knew it was great. I knew it was exciting. But I now know that it's also metacognition. So, so there you go. I had a dad in the class the other night. And I said, after talking about all of this theory and how exciting it is to be able to see music theory on the keyboard instead of on a boring old worksheet, and I said, am I a musical nerd? And he laughed and he says, yes, I'm afraid you are. I said, okay, I'll take that. I don't care if I'm a musical nerd and I get excited about this stuff. That's absolutely fine. I love delivering it to people in the studio, and you can see the cogs turn in their brain. They've got sometimes some prior, a little bit of prior knowledge, but to be able to massage it into a system that just makes more sense to them is very rewarding. So there you go. I am wanting also to let you know that I deferred the commencement date for the next round of Music on Steroids. So that was meant to start last Friday. For a variety of reasons, it's been deferred until this Friday. So we're starting this Friday morning, 9:30 a.m, 2 hours of Music on Steroids every week for 5 weeks. And then 3 private lessons that you can book in with me at your convenience once we finish that 5-week process. It's an exciting course. It's very thorough. It's very fast-paced. You do need to have been learning the piano maybe as a child for anywhere between maybe 18 months and 18 months plus to get the full benefit out of it. We go through 144 chords, but we only have to remember 12 things, and 20 to 30 little great sounding pieces that you learn how to play on the piano as well. So if you're interested in finding out about that and a little bit more about the process, just message me on this page. So I'm going to go and grab a very late lunch and before my next teaching block, and I will see you next time. All right, take care for now. Bye.